Ever wondered how to stay powered to grid with your van, camper, trailer? Well, in this video I'll be covering the whole subject of solar from start to finish, everything you need to know in less than 8 minutes. Let's go! Typically there are 5 major components involved. We have solar panels, we have solar charge controllers or controller, depending on your setup. We have batteries, we have inverter, and some kind of a monitoring device. Now let's go and cover what each one of those does. The solar panels, they come in different shape and forms, like the solar blankets I have here, or like the one I have on the roof. Now their job is to grab sunlight and send the DC power to solar charger. In my particular case, I have 1600 watts of solar. So I have 2 of those, so 400 times 2 plus another 800 on the roof. The job of these solar charge controllers is to regulate DC power flow that we get from solar panels to the batteries and prevent any overcharging, which can damage the batteries. They also optimize the charging process. Now, all this DC power is sent to the batteries bank, depending on how many you have. Like I have 4 lithium batteries in here, and the energy we have here, it's a DC energy, which is perfect for running lights on the trailer. But let's say if I want to use TV or AC, I need to convert this DC power to AC power. And for that, we need an inverter. So let's go back to that section. In here, I have an inverter for 3000 watt. So it comes down to power capacity. If you have, let's say, an inverter for 2000 watt of continuous power, that means you can run things like charging your laptop. You can run a blender. But if you try running like AC or some heavier appliances like a microwave, you will overload it. So 3000 watt is a pretty decent number. It's a good, I wouldn't call it even middle ground. It's very decent wattage for running microwave, AC, and you can do even power tools with this one, and without a fear of overloading the system. And then we need some kind of a tool to monitor the whole process. In my case, I have this RV management system by Garmin, and I have an entire section just dedicated to solar management. And when I'm in, I can see, for example, that my roof charger, the solar panels I have on the roof, right now give me 3.5 amps. And my trailer is right now in the shade. It's like literally below the trees. Aux charger means my external solar panels, which are not connected at the moment. I can see my battery capacity, which is at 99%. I can turn my inverter on or off. So this gives me a very good overview of what's happening. I can also install the same app on my phone. And you might be using a different system, but there are always some kind of a tools to monitor your solar process. And here's a smaller scale example. This power bank has also built-in charge controller. It can work with solar panels. It can even work with your AC power, so you can charge it at home. It also has a built-in capacity, like this one is 600 watt battery capacity, and it has a built-in inverter. It's a small one. You won't be able to run like power tools or even electric kettle, but you can charge your computer, your phones, and a couple other minor things. So this all-in-one package. The next question that comes to mind is, okay, so how much power do I need? Allow me to give you a real-life example. I have Starlink here. It's a Gen 3 dish connected to this power bank. And right now it consumes 59, 60, 59 again. I've seen it dropping like 55, even at one time it was 44. But if I go on the Starlink's website, it will tell me the power consumption is in between 70 and 100. So I would assume 70 is a good average base number, and 100 is maybe when you boot it up for the first time, or maybe it's when it's working hard, while melting snow. So, but let's assume 70. So every hour, 70 watts are gone. In this trailer, I have 4 lithium batteries giving me in total 1080 amps. Each one of those batteries is a 12-volt battery. So to find out how many watts I have in my storage, all I have to do is to take amps, 1080 times voltage, times 12. So the number will be very close to 13,000 watts. So if I connect my Starlink directly to that power bank, I can run it for almost 186 hours, non-stop, ignoring the fact that I can just keep charging those batteries. On a small scale, like this power bank has 600 watts of power. So there were times when we would go outdoors, and it's just an hour truck will take Starlink, this power bank, and I would plug in my computer, phones, Starlink, and I would still run it for like 5 hours altogether, which is still pretty decent. While remaining on the subject of Starlink, there's something else I want to add. As I mentioned at the very beginning, my solar setup gives me 1,600 watts of solar in total. So I have 800 on the roof and 800 in those solar blankets. Ideally, in theory, I should be able to get 1,600 watts of solar every hour. And if Starlink consumes 60, 70, I'm getting way more than I need, right? So this takes 70 and I'm getting 1,600. But that's not the case. I live in Canada, so realistically, I'm looking at 50-60% performance. Okay, it's hard to give you the exact number because it depends on so many variables. But I can be very safe with my estimates, giving you like 50 or 60%. So if I have 1,600 watts of solar, I may expect from 800 to like 1,000 watts of DC power coming to my batteries. A cool fact about these amazing overland trailers is that they will charge you batteries on the go. When I was towing this particular unit from Ontario to BC, and I would stop in the evening, use computer, charge my phones, use Starlink, all kind of other things, and then I would leave in the morning, go to my next destination, and by the time I arrived there, my batteries were at 100%. They were full again, which is amazing. And that's a wrap. If you have any questions, want some tips, just drop a comment and check out more videos on these amazing trailers. I'll see you in the next one.